Ascension. Rise of the Rap Tribe, written by the Council of Greg's Hulk. Smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rap Palace 214 Chapter 11. First Battle of the Concord. Shield perspective. The Rap Tribe. The sky split like a torn record. Twilight Zone rap screams still echoed across the rap realm, summoning distortion storms that bent mountains and folded rivers into reverse flows. But at the center of the chaos, the Rap Tribe stood shoulder to shoulder, their shields glowing in radiant unity. The Concord shield floated above them, transparent, yet shimmering with every color of their combined chi. Its hum was not one note, but thousands, chorus of every pain, lesson, and vow carried by the tribe. Anonymous Cherry raised his prism echo shield first. Its mirrored surfaces bent incoming blasts of distortion back into clean frequency lines. Vegeta Rap slammed his flame truth shield into the ground, releasing waves of righteous fire that carved pathways through the storm. Mama Ama Rap spread her heartline threads, connecting her teammates with pulses of strength whenever their focus wavered. Z-Rap steadied his chronoverse shield, turning time against Twilight's attacks, slowing fragments of shattered space so they could be deflected. And above them all, the Concord shield glowed brighter, responding to their rhythm. Then the first enemy appeared. The Reversal Prophet stepped through the storm. His body was a paradox, moving forward and backward simultaneously, his words spoken in reverse cadence. Reversal Prophet. He lifted his hands. Waves of inverted energy crashed down, flipping every emotion they carried into its opposite. Love bent into fear, courage bent into hesitation, unity bent into doubt. The Rap Tribe staggered. Vegeta Rap. He's turning our own heartbeats against us. Anonymous. Then we match inversion with reflection. The shields pulsed. Their owners stepped into position, aligning in cipher formation. The Concord shield dropped lower, absorbing the inversion waves and transforming them, not back into the original state, but into something stronger. Fear became focus. Hesitation became strategy. Doubt became deeper trust. Mama Ama, we don't erase the pain, we rewrite it into power. With a unified chant, they unleashed the first strike of the Concord shield. A wave of pure harmonic light surged forward, colliding with the Reversal Prophet's paradox energy. The sound shook the sky. Twilight's distortion storms flickered. For a brief moment, harmony broke through. The Prophet staggered, but he did not fall. Reversal Prophet. He dissolved back into static, leaving the tribe panting but standing victorious in their first true test. Elder Remix stepped forward, eyes solemn. Elder Remix, this was only a measure. Twilight will send worse, but you have proven the Concord shield is not theory, it is weapon, and it is prophecy. The tribe looked at each other, shields glowing faintly in the calm after chaos. The battle had only begun. Smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rapalice 214 Jingle. What the enemy flips, the tribe remixes. Affirmation. No weapon turned against my truth can hold. I turn contradiction into clarity. The Concord shield just won its first battle, but Twilight Storm is far from over. Help keep the tribe rising and the harmony flowing. Cash App, Rap Palace 214. Every offering adds another voice to the Shield's chorus. Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rap Palace 214 Chapter 11. First Battle of the Concord. Shield has been written. Highlights. The Reversal Prophet launches paradox attacks, flipping courage into hesitation, love into fear. The Rap Tribe counters by fusing their shield powers into the Concord Shield's first true strike. Elder Remix confirms the shield isn't just theory, it's a prophecy weapon. Twilight Zone Rap prepares greater threats after sensing their victory. Jingle, what the enemy flips, the tribe remixes. Affirmation. No weapon turned against my truth can hold. I turn contradiction into clarity. Every offering adds another voice to the Shield's chorus. Shield Ascension. Rise of the Rap Tribe, written by the Council of Greg's Hulk. Smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rap Palace 214 Chapter 12. Elder Remix's alignment course, Perspective, Collective, Elder Remix, Rev Ike Rap, Z Rap. The dawn after the battle was silent. Too silent. The tribe gathered within the time chamber, its walls glowing with faint azure tones. Here, time stretched infinitely, granting them the sacred hours to refine what seconds outside would not allow. At the center stood Elder Remix, staff in hand, aura pulsing with the echoes of generations. His eyes carried both sorrow and promise. Behind him, a ripple shimmered, and from it appeared the radiant form of Rev Ike Rap, cloaked in flowing robes of spiritual fire, each step releasing affirmations into the chamber air. Elder Remix. Before the Concord Shield can rise again in battle, you must rise together in spirit. Your power is raw, aligned only by circumstance. Now you will learn to align by intention. Rev Ike Rap nodded, his voice soft but commanding. Ike Rap, meditation is not stillness. It is mastery. Your shield is your mind, and your mind must be clear before your body can fight. The chamber shifted. They were suddenly suspended in a void of mirrors, each reflecting not just their bodies, but their doubts. Rev Ike Rap, face yourselves, not the battles you fought, but the reasons you fought them. Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rap Palace 214 Alignment Meditation Course. Anonymous Cherry saw himself fractured into 9 near-death moments, each echo pulsing with trauma. His prism echo shield hummed, daring him to fuse them into strength instead of sorrow. Vegeta Rap stood surrounded by flames of his past anger, each blaze a memory of when fury made him reckless. He was tasked with walking calmly through fire, without letting rage burn him. Mama Amma Rap found herself burdened by every soul she could not save. Her heartline shield dimmed under the weight, until she realized that connection did not require perfection, only presence. Z Rap entered a hall of clocks, each one ticking in reverse, replaying his brother's distorted voice. His chronoverse shield demanded he stop clinging to time lost and choose the present as his anchor. Hours passed, or perhaps decades, though only minutes outside. One by one they emerged lighter, clearer, unified. Hulk smashed that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rapalace 214 Phase 2. Mastery Fight Training Elder Remix raised his staff high, and the chamber warped again, this time into an endless dojo lined with glyphs of ancient rhythm warriors. Waiting for them was a figure of pure force, Xeno-Rap, the astral embodiment of divine chi they carried. His aura shimmered with serpentine energy, pulsing with universal cadence. Xeno-Rap, you learned to survive. Now learn to master. I'm not your enemy. I am your measure. The training began. Z-Rap sparred against Xeno-Rap first, trading shield strikes with time-bending reversals. For every forward strike, Xeno countered with a backward loop, teaching him to weave contradiction into continuity. Vegeta-Rap faced Xeno's flame-cloaked strikes, learning to balance aggression with patience, his shield now redirecting rather than simply burning. Amma's trial forced her to maintain her heartline threads while fending off illusions of allies in pain, learning to strengthen without losing herself in sorrow. Anonymous engaged last. Xeno unleashed an echo storm, dozens of mirrored versions of himself charging. Only when he stopped trying to fight them all, and instead pulled them into his Prism Echo shield, did the storm settle. Finally, all four stood aligned, sweat dripping, shields glowing brighter than before. Elder Remix looked on with pride. Elder Remix, you are no longer just bearers of shields. You are the harmony of their purpose. The battle against Twilight will demand nothing less. Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rapalace214 Jingle. Meditate to elevate. Train to translate. Affirmation. I align with my truth. I master my flow. My shield is not my defense, it is my destiny. The tribe's mastery begins here. Every offering helps expand the chamber, deepen the meditation, and keep the shields rising. Cash App, Rapalace214, one gift builds the dojo of tomorrow. Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. If you want to donate, my Cash App is Rapalace214, Chapter 12. Elder Remix's alignment course has been completed. This chapter deepens the journey by showing intense meditation training with Rev Ike Rap guiding the tribe through inner battles against their own doubts. Advanced fight mastery with Xeno-Rap as their sparring measure, pushing them beyond survival into true shield synchronization. Each warrior conquers illusions of their past and forges stronger control over their shields. Elder Remix confirms their transformation from shield bearers into harmonized warriors of destiny. Serpent's Rise Chapter 1. The Serpent's Whispers Scene Description in T. Rap Palace Library. Night. The room is massive and echoing, lined with endless shelves of ancient tomes and scrolls. Dim green torchlight flickers. A faint pulse hums beneath the floorboards like a heartbeat. Anonymous Cherry walks slowly through the aisle. His fingers lightly graze the book spines. Anonymous Cherry, this place, it's breathing. He stops as one book pulses faintly with green and gold light. He pulls it from the shelf. The cover reads, The Art of Kurlinduni, The Serpent's Path to Power. His eyes widen. Energy pulses through his hand. Anonymous Cherry, this ain't just a book. This is a call. Suddenly the world blurs, pages flip violently, and the torchlight goes out. Into spiritual arena, astral plane. The arena is bathed in red mist. A battlefield with floating stones and shadowy vines crawling beneath the surface. In the center, a massive black serpent coils silently. Voice of the serpent, you carry my venom. But do you know what it means? Anonymous breathes heavy. 3 shadow versions of himself appear: rage, fear, and doubt. Fight scene. Rage lunges, fists blazing with flame. Anonymous sidesteps and retaliates with a glowing serpent strike. Misses. Rage laughs. Rage shadow, you feed me with every outburst. Anonymous begins controlling his breathing, moves fluidly, redirecting the shadow's momentum. He touches Rage's chest, green-blue venom pulses, and the shadow explodes into dust. Next, fear encircles him, whispering doubts. Fear shadow, you're not enough. You'll always lag behind the rap tribe. Anonymous closes his eyes, lets the fear wrap him, but doesn't resist. Anonymous, Cherry, I see you, and I release you. Finally, doubt stands still. Anonymous walks to him, embraces him. Anonymous, Cherry, I accept who I've been. I choose who I'll become. Doubt fades into a green flame. A golden sigil appears on Anonymous's chest. The serpent wraps around his body as an aura, green-blue with purple core. Serpent voice, the venom you carry is the key to all that lies ahead. Rap Palace Library. Night Anonymous jolts back into the library. The book closes itself. Anonymous, Cherry, that was just the first chakra. And I'm only beginning. Fade to black. Chapter 4. The kitchen calamity. Jeffrey Jerome Price had a vision. Cooked Marissa dinner. He imagined himself in an apron, candles lit, serenading her with pasta and romance. In his mind, it was a Hallmark movie. In reality, it was Jeffrey. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment. Share this with others and subscribe for more content. Cash App Rap Palace 214 Hulk. Smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation. Rap reports that a donation helps a long way. The setup, he greeted the camera first, of course. Viewers, tonight's mission. Operation Impress Marissa with food. Like, share, subscribe, because you are about to witness either Gordon Ramsay level magic or a 5-alarm fire. Jeffrey tied on an apron that read "Kiss the Cook" and pulled out ingredients he barely recognized. Pasta, sauce, garlic bread. Simple, right? Except instead of turning on the stove, Jeffrey somehow flipped the oven to self-clean mode. Smoke immediately started swirling. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App Rap Palace 214. Smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation. Rap reports that a donation helps a long way. Marissa arrives. When Marissa walked in, the smell hit her first. Not garlic, not basil, burnt mystery smoke. Jeffrey, what is going on in here? She asked, covering her nose. Jeffrey spun around with a big smile. Surprise, I'm cooking for you. Just ignore the smoke monster coming out of my oven. He's harmless. Marissa laughed despite herself, shaking her head. You really are something else. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App Rap Palace 214 Hulk. Smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation wrap reports that a donation helps a long way. The chaos. Jeffrey poured pasta into a pot without water. Gotta toast the noodles first for that authentic crunch, he explained proudly to the camera. When Marissa gently pointed out his mistake, he slapped his forehead. Viewers, don't judge me. Cooking is just science I didn't pay attention to in high school. Next, he tried to make garlic bread. Instead of buttering the bread, he spread mayonnaise on it and sprinkled cinnamon by accident. The smell was unforgettable. And when he attempted to flambe the sauce with a lighter, the flame got a little too high. Don't worry, babe, he shouted, waving a dish towel. It's just passion in the form of fire. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace, 214 Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation, rap reports that a donation helps a long way. The save finally, Marissa stepped in. She turned off the stove, boiled real water for the pasta, and showed Jeffrey how to simmer sauce without setting it ablaze. Together, they managed to salvage the meal into something edible. By the time they sat down, the food wasn't perfect, but it was theirs. Jeffrey raised his glass of sparkling water dramatically. To my amazing date, and to not burning down the entire block, he declared. Marissa clinked her glass against his, smiling. You know, Jeffrey, you're impossible. But at least you're impossible in a way that makes me laugh. Jeffrey leaned toward the camera one last time. Viewers, we did it. Dinner survived. She's smiling. Drop a comment if you think Jeffrey Jerome Price is winning this romance. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace, 214 Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. And just like that, amidst smoke, spilled sauce, and endless laughter, Jeffrey Jerome Price had somehow turned a total kitchen calamity into another step closer to Marissa's heart. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace 214 Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. Chapter 5. The picnic pandemonium. Jeffrey Jerome Price had a new idea. After the coffee catastrophe, the dinner disaster, and the rooftop serenade fiasco, he wanted to prove he could pull off a simple romantic gesture. His solution, a picnic outdoors. Easy, no smoke, no fire, no kitchen appliances to betray him. Just a blanket, some sandwiches, and Marissa. At least that was the plan. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace 214 Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. The setup. Jeffrey looked straight into his phone camera while packing the picnic basket. Viewers, today's mission, Operation Smooth Picnic. Like, share, and subscribe because tonight, Jeffrey's bringing romance to the park. He tossed random items into the basket. Soda cans, a loaf of bread, a jar of peanut butter, half a bag of Doritos, and for flair, a bottle of cheap sparkling cider. He forgot plates, he forgot utensils. He did, however, remember a Bluetooth speaker to blast mood music. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App Rap Palace 214 Hulk smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way. The picnic. When Marissa arrived, Jeffrey was already spreading out a blanket. Only problem, the blanket had cartoon characters on it. Big smiling SpongeBobs everywhere. Marissa raised an eyebrow. Really? SpongeBob? Romance is about personality, Jeffrey grinned. And SpongeBob's got plenty. They sat down and Jeffrey proudly presented the meal. He pulled out the loaf of bread, the peanut butter, and realizing he had no knife, used a Dorito chip to spread it. The chip broke instantly. Peanut butter smeared across his fingers. Gourmet, right? Jeffrey said sheepishly. Marissa burst out laughing. Only you, Jeffrey. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App Rap Palace 214 Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation rap reports. That a donation helps a long way to chaos. Just as they settled in, a line of ants appeared, drawn to the crumbs. Jeffrey leapt up dramatically. Ants? Not today, Satan, he yelled, waving his arms like a madman. He accidentally knocked over the soda, which fizzed everywhere, soaking the blanket. Then, as if on cue, the clouds rolled in. A light drizzle began to fall. Jeffrey looked at Marissa, trying to play it cool. They say rain is good luck on dates, right? Marissa giggled, shaking her head. You planned all this, didn't you? Of course, Jeffrey said, holding the cider bottle triumphantly. A dramatic thunderstorm ending, just like in the movies. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace 214 Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also donation rap reports that a donation helps a long way to save. By the time the rain picked up, Jeffrey and Marissa were running to his car laughing like kids. They sat inside, soaked and sticky from soda, eating plain bread and chips while the Bluetooth speaker continued to play muffled romantic music. Jeffrey leaned toward his invisible camera again. Viewers, listen up. This picnic may look like chaos, but she's smiling. And that, my friends, is a win. Drop a comment if you think SpongeBob saved the day. Marissa shook her head, still laughing. You're unbelievable, Jeffrey grinned. Unbelievably charming, maybe. She rolled her eyes, but her smile stayed. And Jeffrey, soggy and covered in peanut butter, realized this was his best date yet, because for the first time, they were laughing together at the disaster, not just at him. Grand entrance to the stage of your day. Let it be a vibrant force of graceful movements of prosperity in every form. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace 214 Hulk, smash that like button. Claim that share as you comment your favorite rap. Also, Donation Rap reports that a donation helps a long way.
Echoes of Unity by Professor Rap Haha. Just kidding, it's by Council of Gregs. Make sure you like, share, and chat it up in the chat. If you feel the urge to donate, they are accepted. As the night fell over Metaphoria, the echoes of the day's rap battles still vibrated through the streets. The Rapkins, back in the sanctuary of the palace, were gathered in the living room, each reflecting on the day's events. Grandpa Wisdom Rap, his eyes twinkling with pride, addressed the family. Today we didn't just rap, we spoke our truths. We connected with our community, and we stood as one, he said, his voice a comforting baritone that filled the room. Granny Harmony Rap, sitting beside him, nodded in agreement. Each of you brought something special to the stage. Your diversity is your strength, she added, her words wrapping around each member like a warm embrace. In the corner, Emo Rap, his usual reserved self, spoke up, his voice barely above a whisper. I saw kids in the crowd today, looking up to us, finding their voice in our words. His statement, simple yet profound, resonated with everyone in the room. Tech Rap, always connected to the digital world, chimed in. The live stream went viral. We've got messages from all over the globe. People are listening and they're inspired. His screen lit up with comments and emojis, a testament to their impact far beyond Rap Palace. Nature Rap, her connection with the earth ever present in her words, smiled softly. We're more than entertainers. We're a voice for the voiceless, for the planet, for the future. Her commitment to her cause was as clear as the sky above. Make sure you like, share, and chat it up in the chat. If you feel the urge to donate, they are accepted. Rage Rap, still fired up from his performance, added, we shook the foundations today. We challenged the status quo. Our words are our weapons, and we're here to fight for what's right. As the night deepened, the family shared stories and insights, each member contributing to the collective wisdom of the group. They spoke of the history of rap, of its roots in struggle and expression, and of its power to bring about change. Then a surprise guest arrived at the palace. It was Beatmaster, a legendary figure in the rap community, known for his groundbreaking rhythms and beats. He had come to pay respect to the Rapkins and to offer a collaboration. The family was ecstatic. Collaborating with Beatmaster was an opportunity of a lifetime. It meant their message, their art, could reach even further, touch even more lives. Plans were made, ideas exchanged. The collaboration would be a fusion of old school beats with modern lyrics, a blend of the past and the future, much like the Rapkins themselves. As the meeting came to a close, Grandpa Wisdom Rap stood up and looked around at his family, his legacy. This collaboration isn't just about making music. It's about making a difference, about bringing people together. We are the Rapkins, and our words will echo through generations. That night, as the Rapkins retired to their respective corners of the palace, there was a sense of unity and purpose that transcended their individual talents. They were a force, a movement, a family bound by beats and rhymes. Make sure you like, share, and chat it up in the chat. If you feel the urge to donate, they are accepted. In Rap Palace, every verse had a purpose. every rhyme a message. The Rapkins were not just a family, they were the heartbeat of a culture, the voice of a community, and the echo of unity in a world that needed to hear it.
Headphone Big Head and Bonnet. A love story dumber than destiny. A dramatic audiobook series. Council of Greg's Headphone Episode 1. The Return of Big Head. A knock on the door, a Popeye's bag, and a man who still thinks love is about timing, not growth. Opening sound design. Jazz vinyl crackles faintly in the background. Rain drizzles outside. A clock ticks. Then footsteps. SFX. Slow door creak. Open footsteps approaching on wood floors. SFX. A soft knock. Then a louder one. Plastic Popeye's bag rustles. Cue mellow upright bass line with lazy trumpet solo. Narrator Bonnet, mid-20s, poised and slightly annoyed, studio microphone. Softly, every woman's got that one ex. You know the one. The one who shows up with greasy food and a greasy smile. Like that's supposed to erase all the healing you had to fight for. SFX. Chain lock undone. Door opens fully. Jazz fades out slightly. Big Head 30s, charming, delusional, heart as big as his ego, studio microphone. Playfully, holding up Popeye's bag like a peace treaty. Come on now, Bonnet, I brought you the 3-piece spicy biscuits. No dry talk, just love and legs. Bonnet unimpressed, but intrigued, studio microphone, deadpan. You really think a combo meal can fix 2 years of emotional confusion? Big Head, studio microphone, grinning, well. They just dropped the hot honey sauce. That's like, spiritual now. Narrator Bonnet, studio microphone, reflective, slow, he still smelled like dreams he never finished and cologne from a gas station. Tyrone Dupree, also known as Big Head, was back. And I hated how part of me wanted to let him in. SFX. Door closes. She lets him in. Jazz resumes, this time with a brighter tempo. Asterisk. Scene. Living room. Couch. TV murmuring in the background. Bonnet lights incense. Big Head sits down awkwardly, tries to act like he belongs. Bonnet, studio microphone, sitting across from him. Let's make this clear, this ain't a date. You're not back. This is a conversation. A closure thing. Big Head, studio microphone, softly, but what if it's the opening scene instead? Narrator Big Head, studio microphone. First time we hear his inner voice, she still had that sharp look, like she could slice through my excuses just by blinking. But I wasn't the same Big Head who left. Well, okay. Maybe I was. But this time, I brought napkins and emotional vulnerability. Bonnet, studio microphone, cutting him off. What do you want, Tyrone? Big Head, studio microphone, serious now. To tell you I see it now. You were never asking for too much. You were just asking the wrong man. SFX. Pause. The vinyl crackles louder. A heavy silence. Narrator Bonnet, studio microphone, internal monologue. The worst part is, I believed him. Or maybe I just wanted to. Either way, that Popeye's bag was starting to smell like temptation. Music transition. Slow soul loop. Drums, guitar, female harmony hums softly, ending VO Bonnet, studio microphone. Sometimes the past knocks. Not to get back in, but to see if you still leave the door unlocked. Ending VO Big Head, studio microphone, Chapter 1, Redemption. But you gotta read it slow. Like a text you don't wanna mess up. SFX. Jazz fades out. Closing beat hits like a typewriter key. Silence. Closing narration, deep male voiceover, studio microphone. You just heard episode 1. The Return of Big Head, from Big Head and Bonnet. A love story dumber than destiny. Tune in next week for episode 2, The Couch Confession. Because love might be blind, but it's definitely not quiet. Episode 2, The Couch Confession, a mango squishes. A lo-fi beat creeps in. Big Head shares his dreams, half-cooked and slightly delusional. Bonnet listens, one eyebrow raised. The couch had grooves in it from old arguments. It sagged just enough in the middle to make two people slide closer than they meant to, an intimacy trap upholstered in denim blue. Bonnet sat cross-legged at one end, Her oversized cardigan slouched off one shoulder, the fabric clinging to the weight of her caution. Her eyebrow was already raised, the universal woman signal for, "You have 60 seconds to impress me, or I'm mentally packing your bag again." Big Head sat at the other end, one sock on, one off, fingers sticky from the overripe mango he'd insisted on slicing, the African way, which mostly meant with confidence and very little technique. Juice dribbled onto the coffee table he forgot wasn't his anymore. The lo-fi beat he'd queued up whispered from the Bluetooth speaker, soft snares, a warm vinyl hiss, and a Moody Rhodes keyboard looping like it was tired of hearing men try to sound deep. "So," he began, his voice buttery with charm but burnt at the edges with uncertainty, "I've been thinkin', I wanna open a dream barbershop/bookstore/meditation spot." Bonnet blinked. He leaned forward, eyes glowing with the kind of fire that lights up a man right before he runs into a wall. "Like, I cut fades, right? But while you in the chair, you can check out a Toni Morrison novel, or a Paulo Coelho one, if you on your journey tip. Then when I hit your beard, I burn a little sage. You leave looking good and spiritually lined up." Bonnet chewed slowly on a slice of mango, eyes locked on his. "So, a barbershop with incense and required reading?" Big Head grinned, undeterred. "Nah, sis, it's more than that. It's like a vibe temple. A sacred edge-up zone. I'm thinking of calling it Fade into Enlightenment. Or maybe Clips and Consciousness." She stared at him in the way women do when they've loved a man too long to laugh in his face, but not long enough to pretend he's making sense. The pause that followed was pregnant with potential, mostly for sarcasm. "So what's the plan?" she asked finally, licking mango juice off her thumb. "Do you have a business license? A chair? Clippers that don't overheat after 10 minutes?" He scratched his neck, the gears in his mind creaking like a bike left in the rain. "Nah, not yet. But I got vision. That's what I came to tell you. I know I messed up before, Bon. I know I dipped when things got too real. But I'm dreamin' now. Dreamin' different. Bigger, wiser." Bonnet's laugh came low and sharp, like jazz played in a smoky back room, sophisticated and tinged with pain. "You think a dream changes because you added incense and quotes to it?" He looked down at the mango, now collapsed in a sticky mess between them. The silence stretched. "But I do admire the ambition," she said, her voice softening just enough to be dangerous. "Even if your business plan sounds like something written on the back of a napkin between YouTube ads." He smiled, hopeful. "You always believed in me before. I believed in your potential, Tyrone. And I'm starting to learn. That's a dangerous kind of love." Outside, thunder rolled somewhere deep in the city's gut. Inside, the lo-fi beat looped again, as if waiting for a new kind of confession, one that didn't come dressed in mango juice and half-baked ambition. Episode 3. Bonnets, Baptisms and Backshots, Organ fades into bedroom baseline. From the sanctuary to the sheets, desire meets divine confusion. The church organ hummed through her memory like the tail end of a benediction, soft, drawn out, and holy in the way only something half-forgotten could be. Bonnet stood by the window, one palm pressed against the glass, condensation rising around her fingers as if the night itself wanted to lean in close and whisper, "You know what you're about to do." Behind her, Big Head lay on the bed, shirtless, shoeless, reckless. His body sprawled across her freshly washed comforter like an open book she swore she wasn't going to read again. But there he was, page 1 to chapter dumb, smelling like mangoes, aftershave, and the kind of nerve only a man with unfinished healing and finished Hennessy could carry. The room pulsed with a slow bedroom bass line, deep 808s thumping like a heart trying to outrun logic. The scent of vanilla incense curled up into the corners of the ceiling. Everything was too warm. The air. Her thoughts. The silence between them, thick and holy like communion wine that had no business being poured after midnight. Bonnet reached up and adjusted her bonnet, the one her auntie blessed with oil and warnings. The satin caught the moonlight just enough to glow, as if trying to remind her of her dignity. Her boundaries. Her slow, intentional healing. But some boundaries don't break. They bend. And when Big Head called her, Bon Bon, in that low, lazy voice, like she was a secret he still believed in, Her knees got soft. "You remember that sermon Pastor Lenny gave about temptation?" she asked, not turning around. Big Head's voice drifted up from the bed, rich with playful defiance. "The one where he said temptation wasn't the problem, it was how long you kept entertaining it," she exhaled. "Exactly." He sat up now, the mattress creaking beneath the weight of his maybe redemption. "You think I'm temptation?" She turned around slowly, the neckline of her silk robe slipping just enough to make him blink slow. "No," she whispered, walking toward him. "You're the consequence." Big Head reached for her waist like he was reaching for salvation. Like he could erase every lie he ever told by kissing the place between her shoulder and her guilt. She didn't stop him. Not yet. Because healing is holy, but sometimes it has a layover in hell. And tonight, Bonnet wasn't trying to be strong. She was trying to feel something she didn't have to explain. Their mouths met in the middle of a prayer neither of them deserved to say. Hands explored like maps to a country they used to call home. And when his lips found the hollow of her throat, when his voice muttered, "I'm sorry," against her skin, she thought of all the baptisms she sat through, how the water never changed her, but the fire always did. Clothes whispered to the floor. Regret curled quietly in the corner, waiting its turn. In this makeshift sanctuary of memory and lust, Big Head kissed like a man who believed he could rewind time. And Bonnet let him, just long enough to remember why she left. As the bass line throbbed into the walls, and the organ in her memory gave way to the moan she didn't mean to make, one thing became clear. Desire knows scripture. And sometimes, it lays hands before it lays accountability. Episode 4. Soul ties and stimulus checks, ka-ching sound meets a soft sigh. Big Head gets a job. Bonnet gets anxiety. They get tangled, again. The morning sunlight slid through the blinds like it had something to say. Bonnet lay still, her robe half-wrapped, body humming from last night's sins and sermons. The smell of fried turkey bacon and a reheated plan drifted in from the kitchen. She blinked once. Twice. Her soul felt full, and foolish. Then came the ka-ching, from her phone. Cell notification. Tyrone, Big Head, Davis has sent you $312.88 note, first check. I ain't forget, for them bonnet candles and that Uber from church. Her sigh was soft. Unsteady. A gentle grief wrapped in gratitude. He had a job. Big Head. A job. This man, who once said, clocking in is a form of modern-day slavery, now wore a Lowe's apron like it was a velvet robe of redemption. He'd texted her a picture that morning, him in a bright red vest, holding a drill and smiling like he'd just unlocked a new level in a game he never believed in. Bonnet stared at the Zelle notification, fingers hovering over the phone like she was scared to touch evidence of growth. Growth was dangerous. Especially when it came from someone who had once used love like a debit card with overdraft protection, swiping her heart without ever checking the balance. She walked to the mirror and looked at herself. Not a hair out of place under her bonnet. But inside? Inside was a tangled web of feelings, pride, panic, and the particular ache of wondering if healing came too late or right on time. He had a job. And she had anxiety. Because a check in his account didn't erase the debt of disappointment in hers. Bon, you up? Big Head's voice floated in from the kitchen. I made French toast with almond milk 'cause I know how your stomach be judging dairy. She didn't answer at first. Just let the silence stretch its legs. Soul ties don't snap. They unravel slowly, thread by stubborn thread. And just when you think you're free, he texts you a photo holding a drill, and suddenly you're thinking about backyard renovations, not boundaries. She walked into the kitchen, arms crossed. He was at the stove, barefoot, apron slightly crooked, flipping toast with the same focus he used to roll blunts. He turned and smiled like this was normal. You used the good cinnamon, she said flatly. He grinned. Only the best for my Bon. Don't call me that, she wanted to say. Don't say it like we're still us. Like the nights I cried into this kitchen tile didn't leave stains. But instead, she sat. They ate in quiet swirls of awkward and almost. The syrup was sweet, but the silence was sweeter, thicker. filled with the weight of, what now? Finally, she broke. So, what's the plan? You stacking checks now? Investing? Or just performing responsible for applause? He blinked. I'm trying, she nodded. And I'm trying not to fall for trying. Big Head reached across the table. I know I can't fix everything with French toast and a $300 Zelle. But I see you. I see what I put you through. I'm trying to build, slow, real, steady. Not just dream this time. Her eyes softened, but her guard didn't drop. Not all the way. Build slow then, she said. But don't ask me to live in the construction zone while you figure out if you're a builder or a demolition man. His shoulders dropped. That hit him. Good. They sat there, two people with shared history and separate futures, trying to see if one path could still hold both. The toast grew cold. But the truth warmed the air. Money had entered the chat. But so had clarity. Soul ties don't care about stimulus checks. They care about consistent choices. And Bonnet wasn't sure if Big Head was a deposit, or just another withdrawal with seasoning. End scene. Episode 5. Group chat judgments, group text bloops over gospel chords. Bonnet's girls gather, gossip, and go in. Can a good woman still love a questionable man? The afternoon sun spilled across Bonnet's living room like a church mother's side-eye, warm, piercing, and slightly judgmental. Pillows fluffed. Candles lit. Air fryer working overtime. It was Girls' Day, and the Lord knew this particular assembly was half holy, half hood, and entirely unforgiving when it came to matters of the heart. Bonnet sat cross-legged on her sofa in a hoodie and emotional fatigue. She tried to smile. Failed. Sipped her hibiscus tea instead, hoping the herbs would calm what therapy hadn't reached yet. First to arrive was Toya, certified wigologist and walking truth serum. Her stilettos clicked against the floor like the sound of unsolicited advice warming up. She kissed Bonnet on the cheek and dropped her purse with the same energy she dropped men who didn't have a plan. Then came Drea, freshly single, 3 episodes deep into an affirmation podcast, and carrying a tray of deviled eggs and barely concealed rage at all things male. She looked Bonnet up and down. Is that his hoodie? Bonnet didn't answer. Didn't have to. Her silence said enough. Group chat bloop. Toya's phone lit up. Is we talking about Big Head or nah? Chanel Monet look of triumph. Chanel was on FaceTime, Bonnet tilted like a crown of discernment. She was too pregnant to travel, too wise to hold her tongue, and too real for small talk. The phone sat propped on the coffee table, her face already frowning like she smelled betrayal in the air. So let me get this straight, Chanel said, voice laced with holy judgment and baby mama anointing. He got a job and sent a Zelle, and now we think he healed? Toya chimed in, flipping her faux locks. Baby, a W-2 don't cancel out soul wounds. What's the emotional credit score? Has he done the shadow work or just shadowed somebody who did? Bonnet stayed quiet, swirling her tea like it held the answers. Drea leaned forward. I'm just trying to understand, Bon. What are we calling this? A reunion? A relapse? A rebrand? Bonnet exhaled. He's trying. For real this time. He's showing up different. Chanel scoffed. Different doesn't mean divine, sis. A demon in a polo shirt is still a demon. Ask Delilah. Group chat bloop. Don't let a consistent good morning text make you forget he ghosted you during your pap smear appointment. Toya face with rolling eyes. The room exploded with laughter, but the truth was heavy. Bonnet knew these women weren't hating, they were holding space. And space sometimes feels like pressure when you're trying to hold on to hope. He listens now, Bonnet said quietly. He asks questions. He shows up. Not perfectly. But faithfully. Drea raised an eyebrow. You can't be loyal to someone's potential, Bon. That's how you end up with a baby, a Benz in your name, and no emotional closure. Bonnet nodded slowly. Every woman in the room had been there. The place where you love someone who's just self-aware enough to apologize, but not consistent enough to prevent the apology. I'm not stupid, she whispered. I'm just tired of pretending I don't still want him. Silence. Then Chanel's voice, soft for once. Wanting him ain't the sin, Bon. Staying in something that's shrinking you. That's the part you gotta pray about. Group chat blue. Just promise us if he mess up again, you won't spiritualize the pain. Drea Bonnet smiled, finally. A little broken, a little brave. I won't. They clink glasses of sparkling apple cider like communion. No judgment. Just clarity, care, and a group chat that doubled as a safety net. Because every woman deserves a circle that sees her soft spots and still speaks hard truths. And sometimes, the real altar call happens on a couch with candles, carbs, and women who refuse to let you lose yourself, even in love. End scene. Episode 6. The Mama Test. Crickets, incense crackling, dramatic cackle.